I think things are getting started here. We'll see if people show up in the chat. I know it's early in India right now. So it's 6:20 p.m. here in Canada, and I have some exciting news for you guys. Gonna wait till some people show up here in the chat. I hope someone does. I've got an announcement to make. So let me just see here if people are gonna come into the chat, and then we'll get going. But I don't know how many people are on YouTube in the morning. Usually I think you'd be doing that maybe at lunch or after work or something like that. But I'm sure there's some folks that are floating around. So there we go. We've got Anant Pandy. Thank you for dropping in. So it's not just me here, but the exciting news is I am coming to India. That's right, folks. Unfortunately, Alyssa won't be able to join me this time, but I am so excited. And in fact, if you take a look right behind me, other side, there are 31 days, 6 hours, 17 minutes, and 45 seconds until I will be arriving approximately in India. But who's counting, right? There we go. Hello. Yes, I am indeed coming to India. Oh my gosh, we've even got someone here watching from Kelowna. So another Canadian there. So hello, my Canadian friend. Yes, that's right. So, I'm sort of making it up as I go here, guys. Everything is locked in. I've got the e-visa. I got my shots. And we've got the plane tickets. So very exciting. A little bit scary too, right? I've never been to India before. So it's going to be really exciting. And I've got so many friends in India. It's going to be so exciting to finally meet some of you in person, to shake your hand and to say hello in that way. So, first I'm going to be basically starting at the New Delhi airport and then going from there. I have a friend in the Punjab who has a wedding coming up. So I'm going to be going there. And then I'm going to be going all over the place. It's no locked in itinerary right now, other than, of course, the wedding. Beyond that, I am very open to seeing where things go. Yeah, like I said, we're not in India yet. We're still, I keep pointing in the wrong direction behind my shoulder here. We've got, I've got 31 days to get everything together. So, geez, what can I say? Flying by the seat of my pants as per usual. But it feels so good to have those big things in place, like the tickets and, the shots that I needed to get, and all of that good stuff. So we're locked in. So good morning, everybody. If you just joined us, I'm just excitedly telling everyone how I am indeed on my way to India. As I mentioned before, Alyssa can't make it this time. She's got a bunch of stuff that she's doing here in Canada. In fact, so there's a number of reasons why she can't make it. Maybe we'll get into that. But she does want to come, but this just maybe isn't the right time for it this time. So I'm going to go down, meet everybody, get everything all squared away for her, and then it'll be like, next time I go with Alyssa, I'll know all the places and I can sort of show her around. So there you go. There's a bit of a method to the madness here. So we're having some, geez, what should we talk about next? Well, if you folks have any tips on traveling to India, anything that I should be checking out, this would be a good time to let me know. I'll be doing more live streams, of course, as I get closer and closer to the trip, and as I sort of count down on the days. And another thing, I'm probably not going to be putting up a reaction tonight. So I figured, this would be a good way to check in with you guys. At least get a video up, even if it's just a live stream. So, all right. So we've got a few suggestions coming on in here. Please do not forget to eat at Momo's in New Delhi. Okay, Momo's in New Delhi. Let me see here. I'm going to look this one up on the interwebs. Okay. Oh, okay. So momos are maybe a type of food. Is that what I'm hearing? So it's not maybe I thought you were saying like, momos like McDonald's or something, name of a restaurant, but I'm thinking here it's an actual dish. Maybe you can sort of correct me if I'm wrong there. Ah, yes. So eat momos as in eat the food. Okay. See, I'm learning. I'm learning quick here, guys. Try avoiding the touristy places. Visit the real India. Visit the northeast region. Check out the temples of the south. Ah, very good suggestions, my friend. And in fact, all of the suggestions that you folks are making here in the chat, I'm going to take those and load them into this little sort of software program that I have, and then I'm going to spit that into one of the AI softwares so that I can keep track of all the wonderful recommendations I'm getting. How many days? I will approximately be there for about a month. So, yeah. Yes, we actually do have a Yo Honey Sing reaction coming. I believe Jat Mekma was the one that we checked out just the other day. Of course, spoiler alert, we enjoyed it a whole lot. But yeah, instead of, editing the video tonight, I'm sitting here with you guys chatting about my upcoming trip to India. Can you blame me? So we're getting some other suggestions here, both for things I should be doing in India and reactions that I should be doing as well too. So we're saying, we've got Kashish here saying, see the Kashmir. Yes, it's very beautiful. I remember the movie Bajrangi Bhaijaan, where they go to that area of India, and it's just beautiful. Not that the whole of India isn't beautiful, but those mountains, wow, unbelievable, right? And so I'm getting some confirmation here from Debo Tam that momo is a type of dumpling. All right, so I've got to get those, got to try some momos. I typed it into Google there, and it was like, there's certain locations that have the best momos. So, I think I'm definitely down for trying the momos. Now I just have to find the best location to do that at, right? So we're getting, please react to Devera Song Junior NTR. Okay, thank you for the suggestion there. As I said, I'll be sort of scraping the chat here, loading it into the Chat GPT or Claude, and then so that I can sort of track all of these suggestions, not only for India, but also for the reactions. Because as you can imagine, it's kind of hard to sometimes keep track of everything. So, thank goodness for technology. Yes, Devansh. He says, hey, Sean and Alyssa, I have been waiting for so long for y'all to post videos on your channel. You guys were missing in action for so long. 1 year. Why? Oh, great question, my friend. The first thing I'll say is that we're back. So that's very exciting. And I don't know if you had a chance to check it out yet, but we do have several reactions already posted. We've sort of been, I guess, officially, unofficially back since January 1st. Alyssa and I did a live stream on January 1st, in fact, where we talked about some of the reasons behind why we left the channel. Basically, mental health, physical health, deaths in the family, life issues, relationship issues, all of that sort of stuff contributed. I never in a million years thought that we'd be gone for a year. I'll put it that way. I always thought, oh gosh, we'll be back in a couple of weeks. But life happened. But, we were not idle. If you take a look at the room that I'm in here, this is IRH Studios. So the one thing that I did while we were off air was I put this studio together. Because, when we were doing IRH Daily, we were always setting up and taking down. We would set up and film in the living room, or we'd film in the bedroom, or we'd film, on the cement on the basement. So that always took a lot of time. And so finally, I put together a location where not only can we edit the stuff for IRH Daily, but we can also, film our reactions. So the reaction setups are right ahead in front of me here. So there you go. So that was sort of the brief reason why we were gone for a year. But I'll just say we're so happy to be back. I missed this so much. And I thought about the IRH family every day. So thank you for coming back, my friend. We appreciate that a whole lot. Let's see what else we got here. It says if you come to India, then please come to Gujarat. Okay. All right. Oh, someone's saying to drop your skincare routine. Is it? Am I looking flaky? That's the challenge with like the high def cameras here. I'll be honest. I don't have a skin routine, guys. I use like soap in the shower, and that's about it. Meanwhile, of course, Alyssa, she's got a really great skin routine. She's got all sorts of ointments and certain steps that she takes in certain order, and exfoliants and like all the whole 9 yards. And here I am doing absolutely nothing. So yeah, actually, you know what? I could maybe use a little bit of advice. If you guys have some advice for a skincare routine. And was it like a Karan Ojla song maybe the other day that was, or maybe it was a Yo-Yo Honey Singh that was talking about some of the Indian skin treatments? I'm in desperate need, so let me know here. Okay, please react to Char Sahib Zadeh too. Yes, that is something that we would like to do, and we'd like to ramp up to that, my friend. That one is a long time coming. We appreciate your patience, and it's a big thing. So we definitely have that on the radar. It says here, you lost a lot of weight. Any good tips, rather? I would say don't eat so damn much. Not you specifically, but and start to eat the right things. I think for me, it's really been fasting, eating one meal a day. And when I do eat that one meal a day, I make sure it's more of a healthy meal. So instead of like, burger and French fries, which is what we like here in the West, I will make sure to have like a can of fish, a peanut butter smoothie with some whey protein. In general, I try and kind of stay away from the dairy, stay away from grains, stay away from artificial sugars, all of that kind of stuff, and just keep it more simple. So that is kind of, what I've been doing. I would say that my go-to food is like a can of salmon or a couple of cans of salmon. I'm trying to think like, what else do I eat? Oh, nuts. So I mentioned sort of the peanut butter smoothies there. Sometimes I'll have almonds. I was eating quite a few almonds there. Maybe some dried fruits like, dried apricots, or even some dates for a treat. I know dried dates, that's something you folks like in India. And so, yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing, is staying away from all of that processed stuff. And then in addition to the one meal a day, I've even found myself doing longer fasts. And so I did like a 3.5-day fast. And so I think it's sort of a combination of that. And, I can't discount that I have been getting more exercise. But that's where my next push needs to come, is building that strength, lifting those weights, and really getting serious about the exercise. It's one thing to stop doing something, eating so much. It's another thing to regularly be lifting those weights, running on that treadmill, and that has been a little bit harder for me to get onto a regular schedule. So I missed yesterday, but the 3 days prior to that, I did work out. I went for a jog on the treadmill, lifted some weights. Then maybe I missed a couple of days before that, and then maybe I did a run. And so it's sporadic, but I'm sort of inching my way towards a more healthier overall lifestyle. So I realize I'm totally ignoring the chat here, but because you asked, my friend. Will we make a Q&A video? We sure should. That was, I think, the intention was that we were going to have kind of a video that explained where we went and all the stuff. But instead, what happened is we just did a live stream. I had all of these ideas of what the relaunch of the channel would look like. I was working on a snazzy trailer with this cool voiceover, and it was so dramatic. But at the end of the day, we just ended up clicking record and going live, as things sometimes happen. And I'm so glad it happened that way, because I can be a bit of a perfectionist and everything's got to be perfect, and life is rarely perfect. And so sometimes you just got to do it. That's what we did, and we're back. So very exciting. And I'm noticing some folks are showing some love down there, tapping that heart, the 100% sign, some excited, happy face emojis coming up here. I really appreciate that, guys. I guess it lets YouTube know that we're having some fun here, and maybe lets even more people join the live stream. So we appreciate that a whole lot. After telling all this, it seems that you have a lot of district in the last years. I'm not sure what, maybe there was a typo there. I'm not sure what that means, but maybe you're referring to the fact that over the past few years we've been, introduced to many different parts of India, and if that's what you're saying, you're absolutely right, my friend. In fact, that's going to be probably the biggest challenge, is where do I go and what don't I have time for, right? I am there for a good chunk of time, 30 days or 31 days, something like that. But India is a big country, and I've also learned too that sometimes it's better to pick a few locations and spend some good time there as opposed to trying to hit up every city and just spend one day there. I went on a trip to New Zealand probably about 10 or more years ago now. And it was an action-packed bus tour of both islands. And it was like you were on the bus every day. You'd get out for 5 minutes, take a picture of the thing, get back on the bus, drive some more. And it just, I love New Zealand a whole lot. It was a fantastic trip, but not my preferred way of traveling. Like, my preference is to get out, hang out in the city for a few days, or hang out in the location, or go out into the wilderness, not always be stuck on a bus going from one thing to the next thing so you can fit everything in. So, I'm going to have to kind of figure that one out. But it's my thought that this is going to be just my first time in India. It's just going to be me this time. But, I'm going to have a lot of opportunities. If I'm not able to sort of get to certain areas, I'll have a good chance to do that on the next trip when I bring Alyssa with me. So, it's all a bit of a balancing act, right? So we've got a lot of great comments here. Someone's saying that Gus is in our hearts. Oh, yes, thank you so much for saying that, my friend. Gus is always in our hearts. And some people were actually asking, who is Gus? Some folks maybe weren't around when Gus was on the channel. But actually, if you didn't know this, when we started Internet Rabbit Hole Daily, or IRH Daily, we had a pet dog named Gus, and he was the cutest little thing. But sadly, he did pass away very young. I believe he was about 4 years old. And if you want to see, we actually put up a very lovely video of Gus to honor his life. And you can go ahead and search for that if you're so inclined. But yeah, Gus is always in our hearts. Absolutely. Oh, Mr. Indian Hacker video reaction. That's right. We enjoyed so much the Indian Hacker video that we are already planning to do our next reaction. Someone close to me was suggesting that we do one around, I think it's where he makes a bunch of Indian dishes to figure out like what the profit is, something like that. I've also heard he did one on like the world's longest limo or something. I mean, there's honestly, there's no shortage of great videos to check out from Mr. Indian Hacker. So we are very keen to do that again, because we had a whole lot of fun watching that egg video. And in fact, yeah, it was just so crazy. I never expected that egg to go through that plywood. Even after I watched the video, I'm like, are they tricking us or something? Did that really just happen? Like, wow. Okay. Someone says I look like Jesus. Well, thank you very much. I will take that as a wonderful compliment. I am growing out the beard. And part of that was, I wanted to have a nice bushy beard when I got to India. So what can I say? I'm getting, some guys in Canada, they have a playoff beard. They grow it during the playoff season in hockey. And I'm growing my coming to India beard, Though certainly it doesn't take come to India for me to grow a beard. But, what can I say? I was a little bit more trimmed down a month ago. So let's see. Oh, my friend, I wasn't talking about you, but you said, you're right, I eat so much. Got to control and follow the list of healthy foods you suggested. Find the foods that work for you. But I would say, stick to like normal, sort of more wholesome foods, right? Like fish. Nuts, things that, are sort of in their original form still, as opposed to, you get like an energy bar or something that's got 18 different ingredients in it. And so, yeah, that's kind of what I was doing. But, it also helps that if you drink some black coffee. Okay, so that would be my secret weapon. is I drank a lot of black coffee. In fact, unfortunately, I think my teeth have suffered as a result here. I'm going to have to get them whitened. Maybe I can do that in India. I'll get my teeth all pearly white or something. But I drank a lot of black coffee because that sort of tamps down on the hunger. And it gave me the energy. And in fact, I'll tell you, a lot of people think, hey, when you're fasting, well, you must not have energy for anything. Well, that's not true. And in fact, on those 3 days where I did that like 3.5 day fast, I actually worked out every day for an hour, doing a half hour on the treadmill and a half hour with the weights. And so I wish I was still doing that every day, and I'm trying to get back to that. But you know what? I was really surprised at the energy that I did have. And I probably could have pushed it even further, but some life events sort of happened, and I think if anything, it just kind of felt weird not to eat, and I succumbed to the weird. I succumbed to the temptations. Otherwise, I maybe would have pushed it for like a week or something. I'd love to do one of these days, like a week-long fast. And I think there's also something kind of spiritual about that. And I do believe that our body is designed for that. Now, I suspect there's a lot of people in India too who have maybe a spiritual practice of fasting. So I'd be curious, to hear about that a little bit more. So we're getting some more comments here. Sorry for taking so long to get that. Really sad to hear that. I must have just been talking about Gus. Yes. It's one of those things, but we just always keep him in our memory, and we hope we gave him the best life we could while he was here. And he sure as heck had a lot of fans. People really liked him, and so I'll always treasure him in my heart there. Thank you so much. And Sean and Alyssa are in your hearts. Well, thank you very much, as are you guys, the IRH family. Like I said, I without a word of a lie, I was thinking about you guys every single day, wanting to get back to the channel. It just didn't come together until January 1st, and then we were off to the races. So excited. And I think I was also going on a bit of a fitness journey as well too. So there was a bit of a body transformation, a basement transformation. The room that I'm sitting in here, guys, it was just an empty cement room. In fact, this is where we used to have our kitty litter boxes where the cats would come and use the bathroom. So it was a total transformation of the space, building a wall, putting in flooring, getting this desk and the LEDs and the professional lighting. We really went all out. It's, it cost a few dollars. What can I say? Well worth it, because I just wanted a better way to do reactions, and setting up and taking down every time, that was not working for us. So to have a studio that we could call our own, IRH Studios, it just made a whole lot of sense. So we're going here, checking out some more comments. Okay, so TGLO has some advice here. It's cold in India early morning and evenings. So in 30 days, we might enter the summer mode. So don't forget those hot clothes. Yeah, so I'm going to be to India in approximately 31 days, 5 hours, 56 minutes, and 55 minutes and 57 seconds, but who's counting? As you can see here, I used Claude actually to help me make this little countdown, so that every time I turn on the computer, I can see how long it is that I have left to get to India. So it's kind of an exciting thing, to have that countdown, I would say. So all right, more Mr. Indian Hacker references. More folks. Oh, actually, the same fella telling me I look like Jesus. Thank you very much. Yes. Please do a reaction on Kelky 2898. I would like to do that. I would like to get back to film reactions. I think what's happening right now, guys, is we're kind of getting our footing again. Coming back and letting people know we're here again. And sometimes the easiest way to do that is with some of those shorter reactions. With the movie reactions, we enjoy them a whole lot. Alyssa really loves doing the movie reactions, but it's very time intensive from an editing perspective, because there's so many copyright issues these days that we really have to go in there and be mindful. In fact, our last episode of 3 Idiots was taken down for copyright reasons. The entire movie reaction to war was taken down, the entire thing, because of copyright. So we have to be really careful about these things. So I think right now it's kind of, we're getting our bearings, we're starting a bit slower. Maybe we should change our name from Internet Rabbit Hole Daily to Internet Rabbit Hole every so often, because we haven't exactly been doing the daily upload thing, and I don't suspect we will. Especially leading into this trip in India, trip to India. So, we're going to post as many reactions as we can. I'm hoping for a film reaction. We do have a reaction to Drishyam that will very likely come out before I leave. That was actually filmed prior to us disappearing. And so I think that has a pretty good chance of coming out before I go to India. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at. And anyways, it started by, you talked about Kalki. Yes, I do want to see that because I haven't really seen an Indian sci-fi film or one that sort of took place in the future. So I'm definitely would be very keen to see something like that. When am I coming to India? Well, my friend, you can see right behind me there. Hopefully you guys can read that. Maybe it's not so readable, but I'm coming in approximately 31 days, my friend. So like a month from now. I can't believe it. I'll be in India. Jace. Watch Pushpa 2 in a house full packed theater. Now, would that be some fun? Absolutely. I haven't actually ever seen one of the Indian movies on the big screen. In fact, I almost made it to one here locally in my town, but I had to work that night. So unfortunately, I couldn't make it. But yeah, that is something that I'd like to do, is to check out an Indian film on the big screen with a packed group of people. That would be just way too much fun. Okay. So Chinmay says, hello, Sean. If you're coming here alone, always have a local language speaker of that area if you can for better communication. Some people may take advantage of you if you're going it alone. Yeah, I am highly susceptible to, getting tricked. So I think I got to watch myself. I know when I went to New York, there was a couple of guys who got a few dollars out of me with a scam. Not a lot, but it's one of those things you kind of learn the hard way. And certainly I've got a lot of wonderful friends in India, folks like you. So, I just might be reaching out to people and seeing who might be able to hang out with me for a day or two. Of course, I already have some contacts that I've been, working with in India. But absolutely, I'd love to, have someone by my side as I go on these adventures. In part just to, make sure that I, am, getting all the good information about the places I'm going, so that is a good suggestion. Good morning, going to school for my practical. Do you mean maybe, so good luck, my friend. I know you're going to do awesome. So we're going to all wish Sive a very good practical. So I imagine that means like maybe you're going to do some sort of assessment or a test of some sort. So I know you're going to kick butt. So good on you. Yeah, I expected morning would be kind of a stranger time to do the live streams because, who's on YouTube in the morning? I mean, when I get up for work, I have just about enough time to brush my teeth and get to work, right? Let alone, sitting on YouTube and checking out stuff. So, but then again, maybe some of you are sitting in bed there, checking out YouTube, and then yours truly popped up and you're checking it out. I appreciate that a whole lot. So we've got some more comments here. So try not to spam there, Pavneet. I will get to your message here. Fitspot! Hello, my friend. I was just thinking about you the other day. What are you saying here? You're saying, I couldn't help you much in your fitness journey as I was occupied with my own things, but very happy to see you in shape. Oh, no, sir. You did one thing which was tremendous, which was provided inspiration to me. Now, I don't know if you guys are seeing this, but my friend Fitspot in the chat here, we had actually had a chance a few years ago to connect, probably on like Instagram video or something like that. So I was thinking about you the other day, my friend, because I think you'd made a comment in one of the videos and I couldn't remember if I got back to you or not, and so I was going to look you up and try and get back to you. But here you are on the live stream, so it's you're making my life easy. But anyways, yes, nothing to apologize for, my friend. And hey, who knows? Maybe we'll cross paths and you can give me some one-on-one tips or something. I'd like that a whole lot. So, so we've got Rag Have saying, I want to visit Canada. Well, we'd love to have you. I will say this, it's very expensive here in Canada. Everything costs a lot. So be prepared for that one. And if you're traveling during the winter time, it's cold. So prepare for that too. But otherwise, it's a lovely place with lovely people. We'd love to see you. So Pavneet, we're going to get you to your message here. Hi, welcome back. Miss you guys a lot. I live in Abbotsford. Oh, hello. Geez, well, we'd love to, that's something I've been thinking about is wouldn't it be fun to go down to sort of the Vancouver area and connect with some of our friends from there. We are up north. We are in BC, but we're about 8 hours north. So yeah, that would be pretty darn cool, my friend. I'd love to meet you guys and sit with you reacting to some Punjabi and Hindi songs. And maybe help us with the translations. Well, that could be helpful. As you may have, I don't know if you've seen our last couple of reactions, but you really can't trust those auto-translate subtitles. So, it's always good to have a friend who can, make sense of that for us. And so, and just to say to my friend Fitspot here, I'm more in shape, but I still have a long ways to go, my friend. I was probably mentioning this before you jumped on the live, but it's one thing to lose weight by fasting, doing the 1 meal a day and a bit of exercise, but it's something else to actually really build that muscle, to build that strength. To develop that six-pack, to get your body fat down, percentage down so you can see those abs, it's a whole extra, level of dedication. I think that's where I'm at now, and that's where I'm pushing now, is in sort of building that strength, building that body. So, I've certainly come a long way, and I don't want to discount that, but I certainly feel like I have a long way to go. Don't get scammed, bro, says GW_Naman. Be with an English-speaking local. As best as I can, I will try and be with a buddy at all times or a friend at all times. Not only does that make things more fun, but like you said, it kind of prevents me from, getting sucked into any scams or anything like that. And like I said, I can be a little bit susceptible. I'm too nice to people maybe sometimes, and that sometimes people take advantage of you for that. So I gotta watch myself, right? So we've got Debatin Deb. India is huge, as Trump would say. So plan beforehand. After coming, you won't be able to plan as traveling takes time within India itself. The long train trip is 3 days. Wow. Yeah, I think you're so right. And I'm going to work with my friends in India, and you find folks to figure out where I need to go. And what sort of the best routes are, and all of that good stuff. Because, I'm more inclined to sort of just land and let the winds take me where they may. But that leads to a lot of stress sometimes. So it does make a whole lot of sense to have a few locations in mind and sort of, some of those particulars in place. How am I going to get from point A to point B, and to start planning ahead, within India, like that travel within India, as you so rightly pointed out there. Though I can't imagine going on a 3-day train ride. I don't know if I'd be game for that. I think, can you get a flight instead? Because, 3 days on a train, it sounds like that could be pretty strenuous, to say the least. Maybe it's one of those cool trains with like the sleeping cars and stuff. So it could be, in that way, it could be a really great way to see the countryside. But, I only have the 31 days, so I got to be careful. Got to mind my time. Hi, Sean. Interested in doing Indian TV series reactions. Kanji, I'm interested in all the things. It always just comes down to a matter of not having enough time to be able to do it all. If it was up to me, I'd be reacting to everything all the time. But there's all sorts of other stuff that come along with it, like, getting Alyssa downstairs to react with me. She's got a busy schedule, and it can be hard to get both of us in the same room at the same time. Editing the videos, making the thumbnails, dealing with copyright. But absolutely, I do want to do some more TV series. I know that I believe it was Family Man on Amazon Prime. That was one that was highly suggested. Oh, yeah, and we did. So there you go. I suggest you. So we got this from Satvik here. You're saying, I suggest you visit mountains in India rather than cities. Visit north and northeast. Yes. So I guess if I'm looking for something a little bit more, maybe slower or more laid back, more beautiful in terms of nature, I'd be looking to go to one of those areas. And I'm just hoping I'll get a best of both worlds. You know, I'll have a chance to explore the big cities and really feel what that's all about, but then also have a chance to maybe go to the countryside or to visit Kashmir or any of those other beautiful, like more nature scenic kind of places. So yeah. Why are you so scared of your wife from seeing girls in the video? I don't think I'm scared of her seeing the girls. I think I'm afraid of her seeing me maybe enjoying myself a little bit too much in that moment. So, you know, I got to watch myself, my friend. It's risky business, that sort of thing. Millionaire reaction is highest viewed. Oh, really? I'm not surprised. It was a tremendous song. You know, it's a really good song when you listen to it like once and you're singing the chorus in your head, because that one kept popping back into my head. You know, of course I did check it out a couple more times since then, but yeah, it's a great track, and we enjoyed it a whole lot. So cool. And I know that our Mr. Indian Hacker video is doing really well as well. You know, we're meeting a lot of new subscribers, I think, through that video. And so that's been really great too. And in fact, I've been very happy with, you know, all the views that we've been getting. It just feels so good to be back and to, you know, have all of our old friends come back and say wonderful things in the comments. It's just, like I said, I was missing it a whole lot. So we have Breakball YT say, make a second channel for vlogs and movie reactions. You know, I've been thinking about some ideas around that. Now, I think we could probably release the vlogs on this channel. And with movie reactions, we've always just been releasing it on this channel when it comes to India movie reactions. So I'm not sure that we need necessarily a second channel for that, though I have been giving some thought to maybe doing some content that's more for a Western audience, and perhaps that would necessitate a new channel. So I've been kind of thinking about things like that. But right now, I'm focused on Internet Rabbit Hole Daily and just getting this back up and running and kind of getting on more of an even keel here. And by the way, I noticed someone was tapping the heart there. Thank you so much. We appreciate the love. Okay, so we've got Satvik has a wonderful suggestion here. I suggest you add some of your viewers in a group. Only some people, which you can really suggest high quality videos and movies, or you will just get lost in the suggestions. You are very right, Satvik. And I think that's something that I'm more so developing during this new version of the channel, is to more so lean on some of my friends in India to know what to react to and not to be so sort of knee-jerk with my decisions around reactions. You know, there were times with the channel where we were just doing way too many reactions every day. We were burning ourselves out, and they weren't even necessarily the reactions that people wanted to see from us. But you know, it was new and it was trending, and you know, we did it. So I think that we really have to get more strategic. Alyssa is a big fan of, you know, working smarter, not harder. And, you know, there was a lot of times where I think we were spinning our tires, not really getting that traction, doing reactions that people maybe weren't as keen on. So I think you're absolutely right. So to have sort of that group of people that know what you guys want to see is so helpful. And, you know, of course, we get a lot of that in the comments, but you're right, it can be a lot to wade through. And that's one of the reasons why I've actually been taking the live chats from these conversations, loading them into an AI, and then having it tell me, okay, how many people want to see this? How many people want to see that? Oh, better turn that back on. Don't stress on reaction on your trip. Rather do mini vlogs. Okay, so that's a good suggestion. And you know, that's one of the reasons I want to get more comfortable doing these live streams. I'm not someone who generally, you know, jumps on a live to talk to the camera. You lovely folks, of course. But I want to get more comfortable doing that because I really do want to share more of my trip to India with you guys in that way by doing, you know, if I don't have time to edit vlogs, well, maybe I can do a live stream. You know, but I do want to, you know, keep that connection in place. And I'm figuring if I start by kind of doing some live streams up until India, I'll be extra comfortable doing them when I'm in India. And it'll be like second nature. I'll just, you know, pop open the phone and get live streaming. So that's kind of what I'm trying to get to here. Great suggestion. And I'm missing all the good chats here. Sorry, guys. All right. Oh my gosh, I missed a ton of things. I've been yakking here. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, so we told Pavneet don't spam. I think you're not going to do that because we answered your thing. So thank you again, my friend, friend from Abbotsford there. Not a problem there, Pavneet. Okay, react to Hi Me by Yo-Yo Honey Sing. Yes, we've got more Yo-Yo Honey Sing. We just filmed a reaction the other day to a Yo-Yo Honey Sing track, and that's coming soon. Not that one, but we are coming with another one. What city are you going to visit first? Well, you know, I'm going to land in New Delhi. So that's where I'm going to be first. And then I'm going to be going from there to the Punjab. And from where else from there, I'm going to be figuring that out between now and 31 days, 5 hours, 38 minutes, and 26 seconds from now. I got to figure some of that stuff out. So, yes. Which place will you go? Well, we were just sort of talking about, but you're suggesting please come to Himachal Pradesh. Please, it's heaven. Okay. I have heard wonderful things about that location. I know there's many beautiful locations around India, and I'm trying to hit up as many as I can, but not to get too overwhelmed. I was saying earlier in the live that I did go on a trip once to New Zealand where we tried to hit up, you know, a different place every day, and it was just so much time on the road, so much time in the tour bus, and sometimes it just wasn't a lot of fun for that reason. I want to, you know, get into a location, get to know the people, get to know the you know, the different locations and stuff, and maybe not be traveling all the time. So GW_Naman, you're suggesting I visit the upper region. Bong Culture says react on Animal movie. We'd like to get to that one. I know we were really looking forward to it before we disappeared there. Oh, Breakball YT said, oh, to reduce the copyright. Okay, so you must have been talking about to create a second channel. Yeah, you know, I heard that. I heard that, I believe, with Sinadesi or Jabby Koei. I believe that their channel, you know, had an issue when they did a live stream on their main channel, and then they created like a secondary channel just in case, you know, they got a strike, then it's not on the main channel. And so, yeah, that, you know, there's a good strategy there. Haha. So Fitspot says, sure, Sean, I'm happy to know you remember me. We spoke on a video call like 2 years ago on WhatsApp or something. You will gain size and more muscle mass with time. Well, thank you so much, sir. Yeah, that's where I'm sort of struggling with now. So, but you know, upwards and onwards, I've made quite a bit of progress since where I was last time, and I have no doubt with some hard work, determination, and support, but from some wonderful people that this can be done. Absolutely. And yeah, I always, you know, I don't want to say always remember, you know, the IRH subscribers, but there's been quite a few people that have been weighing into the comments being like, hey, do you remember me? Do you remember me? And it's like, yeah, I do remember you. Because there were certain commenters that would almost weigh in on every video, and you know, you develop a bit of a relationship, and it's just so great to see you guys coming back into the fold. We appreciate that a whole lot. Main cities to visit in India: Delhi, Jaipur, Amritsar, Darjeeling, and Manali, and many more. Absolutely. So I'm seeing some names I recognize there. I don't know if I've ever heard of Manali before, though. And yes, Pankaj, we will be reacting to more Mr. Indian Hacker. You can be assured of that, my friend. So Debatin Deb was talking earlier about how there were 3-day train rides, and I'm like, that sounds kind of uncomfortable, unless, of course, they got a bed. And it sounds like some of them do. It says, so yeah, trains are equipped with sleeper beds. It's called Berth. Take a nice Vande Bharat or some fast express train, and you are done. Now that could be a whole sort of fun thing on its own, hey? Just hanging out on the train, getting hanging out in bed. Maybe I'll be editing it on my Mac or something, putting a vlog together for you folks. Maybe that'll be a nice way to sort of have a change of pace and really get a chance to see, a vast amount of India in a short amount of time, right? So that could be cool. So I'm getting some good comments here from my friend Fit Spot here. Good quality protein along with strength training will do wonders. Your best physique is yet to come. Well, thank you so much, my friend. In fact, maybe I'll give you a shout here and we can talk about specific proteins here. Because I'm afraid that with my 1 meal a day habits that I might not be getting enough protein. And so that's definitely something that I'm being mindful of and could definitely use some good pointers on, that's for sure. React to high on me or high one me, Yo-Yo Honey Sing? Absolutely. I think we're going to be doing a lot of Yo-Yo Honey Sings coming up here because it's a whole lot of fun. And we've also been doing shorter reactions because it's been hard getting back to the channel and, getting all this stuff going again. And with, being busy planning for India now, we might be continuing to do some of those shorter reactions. And what's better than a music video for a short reaction? So definitely, I think we're going to be digging into that Yo-Yo Honey Sing catalog. Also, Sidhu Moosewala. We are very excited to react on more of his content, and we almost just did the other day, but we only had time for the one video. So we are going to be doing all sorts of music reaction because we've got a lot of stuff to catch up on, When you're gone for a year, the world does not wait for you. React on movies other than India to expand your subscribers. You know what? That could be a good idea. We've just been loving the Indian movies so much, there hasn't been kind of a reason to check out other things. But, that has been something we've been thinking about more and more, sort of the idea of doing other sorts of reactions. And maybe that lands on IRH Daily. Maybe that lands on a different channel. I'm not so sure, but it is something we're thinking about. Actually, one thing that we just finished watching, and I never watch TV series, guys, and I almost never watch movies. Unless Lissa wants to watch it, I'll watch it with her. I don't watch movies on my own. I can't remember the last movie I watched on my own. Maybe I'll watch a little bit of it while I'm eating, and then I'll turn it off and forget about it, kind of thing. But basically, the movies that I'm watching with you guys, and it being an Indian film where I'm watching something with Alyssa. But we watched Squid Games Season 2. And I think that would have made for an interesting reaction. Now, we're focusing in on Indian content and getting back to all the stuff in India. But boy, there were some moments in Squid Games too that really had us, freaking out. I'll put it that way. So we're getting some good suggestions here. Try not to spam the chat there. I saw a Babu Man suggestion. We like Babu Man a whole lot, and I think that it would be about time to react to another Babu Man track. Okay, so I'm just kind of trying to move up the comments here to get to some of the ones I've missed. Where am I from? I am from Canada, my friend. British Columbia specifically. React to some stand-up comedy. Great idea. We have been meaning to react to more stand-up comedy, and in fact, we've got something on the list for hopefully, if next week kind of deal. So we are going to be getting to more stand-up comedy. Visit the Golden Temple. Yes, that would be a must, to go check out the Golden Temple. That's something that I've wanted to have the honor and privilege of doing for a long time. And so I have no doubt that will be part of my journey there. All right, so we're just seeing here. If you come to India, then a metro train, small region, and a newer train to travel from a city-state. Okay, so it looks like, I didn't quite finish the words there, but it seems like there's different types of trains, different types of transport within India, and I should probably start wrapping my head around the differences between them. So I'm hearing here that we've got different types of transit there. Ah, Sat Vic says, remember to add me to that group of viewers, please. Okay, so I'm gonna, make a note of that when I'm going back through the chat again. What will be your primary part of India to visit, northern or southern part? Oh, you know what? I'm not so sure. All the parts. I know that I'm arriving in New Delhi, and then I'm making my way to the Punjab. But beyond that, all bets are off, my friend. I'm open to all the things at this point. So we've got some reactions that we're suggesting here. React to a Tamil movie. That sounds like a good plan, my friend. As a Bihari, I can suggest you coming to my place at least for the next 10 years. Oh, not to come to your place. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So maybe things aren't doing as good. Is it in Bihar? Is that the name of the area? And you're saying that you hope it gets better in 10 years, and I sure hope it gets better too, my friend. My heart goes out to you. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I hope it happens even faster than that. When am I planning to go to India? Let's see here. 31 days, 5 hours, 28 minutes, and 50 seconds from now, I plan to actually be in India. So that's when I'm planning, my friend. I'm going to keep making the same joke, but who's counting? But obviously I'm counting. I got a freaking... my Sean's India visit countdown proudly displayed on my monitor here. So I think we're sort of wrapping up here, folks. I'm going to finish off on the comments and, thank everyone who did have an opportunity to drop in and say hi. And like I said, I plan on doing more live streams leading up to the trip to India. And I'm hoping that in India, I'll be sharing, that journey with you on the ground floor as best I can anyways. I suspect some stuff will be kind of banked and then edited when I come back here to Canada. But as best as I can, I want to sort of bring you along with me in that way. Drippy and 410. Yes, major hits by Sidhu. Yes, we are getting back to Sidhu Moosewala. You can bet on that, my friend. Couldn't stop us from reacting on more Sidhu. Someone saying react on the new Shub album. Please get back to Sidhu. Absolutely. If you come to India, then a metro... Okay, so you were sort of explaining the different transit there. I'm getting some more reaction suggestions. When will the Drishyam reaction be uploaded? Gosh, I wish I knew, my friend. I think Alyssa was working on editing the last episode. But I'm hoping it'll come out before I go to India. So that's my hope. But I don't dare make promises because, every time I do that, I'm in trouble, right? Oh, hey, yeah, the channel's going to be back in a month. And then, here we are like a year later kind of thing. So I got to be very careful about that stuff. But I do have good intentions to have that out before I leave. Big fan from Nepal. Well, thank you. Yes, Navdeep, I am very much planning to attend to go to the Golden Temple. Can you play some games on the channel? I kind of want to do that, is to start live streaming more regularly and maybe integrate some gaming into that. Because I got the fancy system here, guys, with a nice graphics card, the nice monitors, but you know what? The thing is I never get time with Rabbit Hole, with my job, and being around with Alyssa and stuff. I just never seem to have time for video games anymore. But if I was playing them with you guys, well, then I got that extra excuse, right? Then I'm live streaming, I'm building the channel. All right. Oh gosh, so Navdeep, you're asking what are the challenges involved with reacting? And there's a whole bunch, and maybe we'll do another video on that sometimes. It just, it just takes longer than you'd think it would. With all the editing and sometimes you run into copyright issues. I think one of the big things that has been a challenge for us is getting both Alyssa and I in the same room at the same time, and then also having a room to be in where everything's set up. We just recently got the reacting setup set up. So we've got a permanent location here in IRH Studio, so that's going to help a whole lot. And I guess the other thing that's more time intensive than people would realize is if you're doing fun edits. When Alyssa edits for the channel, she likes to add a lot of fun little memes and all sorts of crazy stuff, and that can take a whole lot of time. So sometimes it's sort of like you're choosing between putting out a video with like almost no edits, but done a lot quicker versus something with more edits, but takes longer. Like it's a whole thing. I'll certainly, maybe we'll do a whole live stream on some of the challenges of reacting, but I can just say that it's definitely well worth the struggle, my friend, but it certainly can be a challenge at times. There's just logistics, you know? Oh gosh, favorite Indian movie. You know what? I can't choose a favorite, but I know what Alyssa can, and that's Three Idiots. She loves Three Idiots. That's, in fact, she would probably say, forget about favorite Indian movie. That's like one of my favorite movies of all time. Doesn't matter where it's from. It's just fantastic. So, anyways, oh gosh, and I was just about to leave, and then my friend here says, "Hey Sean, what's up? How you doing today?" Well, I'll make this brief because I'm about to sneak away here, my friend. But I'm coming to India. That's right. I'm coming to India, and I should be there in 31 days, 5 hours, 23 minutes, and 59 seconds. So, or approximately. Let's not get too exact with this stuff. But I'm coming to India, and I'm so excited. It's just going to be me this time. You know, I'm going to get the lay of the land, and then, you know, next time we'll bring Alyssa along. But I'm excited to see you guys. It's a little more than a month away. Thank you, everyone, for dropping in on the chat here. I know morning time is kind of a strange time to do a live stream. I suspect most of you had to sneak off for work. So we appreciate what little time you were able to spend here. I'm going to end things off by saying congratulations to India for creating history by being the 4th country to do a space docking. So congratulations to Israel. I'm getting this information right in the chat here. Congratulations, India. My goodness, I mean, 2023 was one heck of a year for India with all the space accomplishments, with the G20, all of that great stuff. So no doubt India has continued to just do amazing things, and now we're catching up on it with some reactions. So anyways, folks, I have to sneak off. I appreciate you a whole lot. Love you a whole lot. This is Internet Rabbit Hole Daily, IRH Daily. Sean, signing off. And looking forward to seeing you in India one of these days soon here. So take care, folks. All right. Okay, I got your message there, Debatin Deb. Okay, we got you covered.